I hope you're doing well today. My name is Hannah Perquette and I'm an academic coach with the Dennis Learning Center. Today we'll be talking about stress and stress related with your academics. Today I'm enjoying the cloudy but nice spring day, and so hopefully by the end of this video you'll be encouraged to do the same. But today we're just going to be talking a lot about how to reduce those stress levels in terms of your academics. Alright everyone, welcome. I brought you to my study space to talk about step 1 to stressing out a little bit less. There are a lot of things about normalizing emotions in society and counseling and mental health. But when it comes to academics, it's also really important to normalize your emotions. So what exactly does that mean? Sometimes we doubt ourselves. Sometimes we make should statements like, I should be better at taking tests. I should be a better student. I should be getting A's. Or maybe you have personalization. So when you're giving a presentation in class and people are on their cell phones and you're like, it's me, I'm a boring presenter. I know this happens to me all the time when I'm giving workshops and students aren't paying attention. I feel like it's me. And it's normal. Everyone has these feelings. And the first thing to do to beat your distortions is to have more confidence and to feel better about yourself. That term in educational psychology and in other works of literature is called self-efficacy. And self-efficacy is your belief in yourself and your values. And the more that you believe in yourself, the better off it's going to be. There's actually been a lot of research done that shows when you have high self-efficacy, you have higher academic achievement, you're more comfortable in the school setting, and you feel more calm. So there are a lot of benefits to believing in yourself. And I know it's a lot easier to say, go you, be confident. But don't worry, we have some tips today to help you out that will help increase your self-efficacy. So I'll bring you into my study space here and we'll get started. Okay, so the first tip I want to give to you guys for normalizing some of these negative emotions is called challenge mindset and positive self-talk. So what challenge mindset is when you have a negative thought or a negative distortion like we were talking about before that pops into your head. Maybe you have a thought like, man, I failed that paper and it was terrible and I should have done better and this sucks. Take all of those out. Say, man, that paper was really challenging and maybe I didn't get the grade I want, but that means there's always room for improving and more that I can learn. So it's taking something negative and making it something normal. When you feel bad about yourself, when you're having a negative thought, don't say, I suck, or I'm not going to do this. It's going to go bad. Say, this may not have gone the way I thought it was, but I can do better, or I can learn from it, or there's a way that I could do this differently next time. And I would also recommend maybe starting it off by writing or talking about it with somebody else, because again, skills take time to build, and this is the skill like anything else. Soon it'll become second nature. You'll stop saying, I suck, and you'll start saying, man, I just got to keep trying. The second tip that I want to give to you guys for normalizing these emotions is the 3 good things activity. And there are a couple things I want to preface about this activity before we go in depth about it. What the 3 good things activity is it's a gratefulness activity. And research has shown that if you do this activity every day for 2 weeks, then your positive affect, which means your positive mood, will increase overall. This tip, while not specifically academic related, will help your stress with academics overall and maybe some other stresses you're having in your life. But that does not mean this will help with anxiety, depression, or mental illness. This is just a general gratefulness activity to increase positive mood on a base level. Great, so now that I've said that, we can go ahead and get started. So the 3 good things activity is super simple. Every night before bed, it'll take you 30 seconds. Have like a little journal or a piece of paper where you're keeping track of this and write 3 good things that happened to you that day. It could be anything. When I did this activity a couple weeks back, one time I saw a deer on my run. So that night I was like, oh my God, I saw a deer. And that's all you have to write. It's just 3 good things. I encourage you to make it academic based. If you're really stressed out about your academics, write 3 good things you did for the day that you challenged yourself to do with your academics. But of course, you can do anything that happened to you in your life. Maybe you got some ice cream. Maybe you took a nap. Who knows? So that is the 3 good things activity. The next tip I want to tell you guys about, and it'll be the last tip for normalizing emotions and reducing negative distortions about yourself, is called the legacy effect. And the legacy effect is another writing tool and resource. So first you should pull out a piece of paper, and the first thing you want to write about is where you want to be 5 years from now today. Like, look at your watch. Today is April 11th, 2020. So what do you want to be doing April 11th, 2025? What does your normal day look like? What's your job? What is your daily routine? What are you striving for in life at that point? What are your goals for that time period? And once you finish that, I want you to sit down and write about where you want to be in 10 years. And then think, are you doing what you need to do now to get those goals in the future? If you're watching this, you're probably a college student and you're doing your major, your classes right now to get the career that you want in the future, to get the life that you want in the future. So are you doing what you need to do right now in school to get where you want to be in the future? This is one of those activities that really makes you self-reflect, and I highly recommend that because this can also help motivate you and make you feel confident that you know you're on the right path and you know that you know what you're doing. This increases self-efficacy. All right, everyone, now that we've talked about what normalizing emotion means, there's a second step into decreasing those negative emotions, and it's increasing resilience. So resilience is a term that means you adapt in your future despite challenges or things that may get in your way in your academics. So what exactly that means is resilience is a skill, just like anything else. And when something comes in your way, something that disrupts your regular routine, something that you find is extremely challenging to the skill set that you already have, or is just something that you don't like, it brings you great stress, that's when resilience would come in. Resilience is basically taking threatening things that seem really scary and negative, and turning them into a challenge. And that's how you overcome those things. So for example, when you are studying for a test, instead of saying, oh my God, this test is gonna suck, I hate this class, I'm gonna fail, you're gonna say, man, this test is going to be difficult, but I know I can do this. It's a challenge. I build on my skills. Cool. So now that we know the definition of resilience and how that can impact us in our future, let's get on to learning how to be resilient. So the first tip I want to talk to you guys about that can help you increase your resilience is another writing activity. And if you haven't caught on to the writing theme already, you should. Writing is a really great way to help you work through some of those negative emotions and feelings. So in general, I recommend writing, but this specific writing tip is very helpful. So the prompt you want to answer is, what is the worst thing that has ever happened to you in your academic career? So I want you to take some time, write out your thoughts about that, and then I want you to write about how you bounced back from it. Once you do that, you should feel proud of yourself. You should feel this feeling of accomplishment. And what this activity does is it helps show you that you've already been through something really bad and you survived and you can do it. And that should help show you that you can do it again in the future. So one of the things that I had mentioned earlier in this video about resilience is that you want to bring it into reality. You want to make it into your future. And one of those ways to do that is to document the small successes. This is very much like the three good things activity that we talked about earlier when we were talking about normalizing emotions. You do this throughout the day. So I recommend keeping a list on your cell phone if you always have it. If you have a planner, you can keep it in the back notes section of your planner. If you like to carry little notebooks around, I have a bullet journal, so I've made a heading that just says small successes. So as you go on through the day, things that you've done, you're like, yeah, I'm going to celebrate this. Go ahead and write it down. So the reason that this is a strategy to really help you increase your resilience is because you're going through the day and you're seeing things as challenges and you see yourself as being successful. You're not doubting yourself. You're not seeing yourself and saying, that sucked. That was really hard. But instead you're saying, I didn't really like that, but I did it. The second strategy I want to talk to you guys about is using evidence to challenge negative thinking. This also goes very hand in hand with documenting small successes, and it will be even more helpful if you do these two strategies together. So this is very also similar to the first activity that we did, to when I said, what was the worst thing that has ever happened to you? And you had to think about it. And then you challenge yourself to realize that you got through it. So basically what you want to do is every time you feel like, this sucks, I'm going to fail this exam, this paper is going to go terrible, I can't do this homework, I'm so bored, whatever it may be, remind yourself of the times you were successful. Remind yourself that there is evidence to show that you are a good student, that you are valuable, and that you are smart. All these things can be really helpful for you, so I definitely recommend doing this with hand in hand with the small successes, because then when you're trying to challenge yourself, you have a tangible list of all the times that you were successful. These things are skills and they take time to build. So soon you won't need a tangible list and you'll be able to just do this automatically. So I definitely challenge you guys to practice. Think of this not as something threatening, but as something that you can try and grow from. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed our video today and you find yourselves going outside just a little bit more and feeling a little bit less stressed out about your schoolwork. If you want to watch more videos by us or you have some ideas about things you'd like to hear about, feel free to comment below. Also like our videos and subscribe to our channel if you're feeling interested about learning more educational psychology tips. If you're an Ohio State student, you are more than welcome to book an appointment with us. You can meet with me in person or one of our other coaches and get a one-on-one meeting to learn more about these tips as how they relate to you as an individual student. The link for our website will be attached to this video below. So yeah, thanks for watching guys and have a great rest of your day.